man. I already blasted off prematurely.
We are
The Three Guys Rant.
Art, Mike, and Phil.
All right, are we back? Are we back? I hope people are watching because this is another edition of the Gilligan Rant Island. And I hope everybody that was here just saw what we just saw because that's got to be the best handiwork. Well, maybe not the best handiwork on a Friday night, but the best handiwork I've seen from our graphic designer in regards to a little emo or whatever they call it, selfies. But again, everybody, welcome back to another edition of the Three Guys Rant here at the iRant Studios. We love you all for coming back. And today, what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about everything from the baseball boy that has a very strong pimp hand, the McGangbang, Michael Jackson, the Tour de France, elections in Idaho, and Alaska as it used to was. Anybody know what that's all about?
Jesus Christ, man. Who put the... What, you have your Wheaties this morning? I mean, what the hell?
I started drinking early today.
You know what? Fair enough. If you're going to run with it, baby.
Well, the first thing I want to start...
He's not jacking around.
FCC, if you're listening, we're going to push the envelope and we're not going to cross it today. I want to start off...
FCC's not the problem, man. It's Censor Lady over at KCAA.
I know.
Hey, lady, it's time to take a break. Go have your coffee. But I want to start off with, first off, it's official. I had my first McGangbang today. Have you guys heard about this?
Is that why you're walking funny?
You would think so, because that was a lot of meat. But I came...
You've been in the bathroom a lot today. I've noticed that, man.
You know what? I just got yelled at for coming out of the bathroom for doing my little skunk act back there.
We used to have a bullet in this office. I swear.
There it is. Look, that's the McGangbang. I thought it was an urban myth because if you remember back in April, I sent everybody and I told everybody because I couldn't go. But there was a thing that In-N-Out, after 20 years or so, had added a new item to their menu. It was called the Piggy Style. And if I'm not mistaken, somebody in this room actually went and ordered it from what I heard.
It doesn't exist.
So you did go. I sincerely said to everybody that I knew.
So this
I thought
McDonald's came out with a new sandwich.
Well, apparently they have a secret menu. They have about nine items on this menu.
I don't want to hear about apparently. Okay, answer the question.
This exists. Yes, I had it today.
So you ordered it today?
I ordered it.
So
well. It was a DIY, do-it-yourself kind of thing.
So then it's not on the menu.
No. I looked more into it. It is in 3 McDonald's on the East Coast. It doesn't exist here, but when I ordered it, and I told the girl, real hot-looking piece of meat herself, but I go, hey, in all sincerity, I'm not trying to get arrested. I'm asking you a legitimate question. Do you have a McGangbang? She started giggling like the little girl she was and threw me her number, but that's a different story. She's like, no, we don't have it, but I know it exists. So basically, it's a McDouble double or whatever it is, a McDouble, and the McChicken, the McChicken sandwich. So you got to get 2 of the sandwiches off the dollar menu and put it together yourself.
But anybody can do that. That's not a menu item.
Have you thought about it? Have you heard of anybody doing this?
Who? You know what? This is a Peter Griffin moment.
So is this your accomplishment?
Who the hell cares?
That's my accomplishment for today. I had a McGangbang.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Look at that, man. Tell me that doesn't look good, man.
Not
only is it real, it's interracial.
Why? Because it's beef and chicken?
Why? Look at that.
Why do we let him take the lead on the show?
The McGangbang.
Why?
Never do it again. That little boy is sure going to pay for it.
Why do we let him take the lead on the show? I don't understand.
What do you have that's better than a McGangbang?
I should have tackled him when I saw him open that beer because I knew it was going to go straight to his head.
All right. Keep going. Keep going.
What do you have that's better than that? I want to talk about it, man.
Go for it. Keep going.
No. I'm telling you, people. If you're near a McDonald's right now, they're not a sponsor, but you know what? After this, we got to get them on. Go on there and try this. Go in there and ask them, hey, lady, you want to make gangbang? Or, I want to make gangbang. That's what you should tell them. I'm curious to see. Please, people.
Bro, was there crack in that beer he had before the show? What the hell?
I don't know, man. But I know he came out of the back with a beer, and apparently he messed up the toilet. Something going on.
There's a lot
Keep
going
going,
on.
keep
There's a
going.
lot
I
going
think
on.
the gangbang he
No,
got
no,
wasn't
no,
a
no. Let him
McDonald's
roll.
one.
Let him roll. I want to see how far he takes the show. Let it go.
How far?
Yeah.
Why you gotta be like that, man? Why you gotta be?
You
like
know
that?
what? Because there's a lot of time left, and you are pumped up.
My wings have been deflated. No, that's all I'm trying to say. It was a good sandwich.
Okay, so for
That
15,
you made yourself
For
after ordering
$2.
different items
For
from
$2,
the menu.
it was $2.16 all in. You can't beat that, man. That's like the perfect late night. I've had too many beers. I gotta go get something in my stomach, kind of burger.
okay, can we go on to the next item that you have on your
Okay,
list?
what else you got? No, I'm not blowing through. I'm not going through all of mine in 30 seconds like I usually do. It's not Friday night.
It's not Friday night.
It's not Friday night. You got nothing, do you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was going to talk about Clay Aiken, but go ahead.
Oh, you want to talk
Did he
about?
win? Did he win the primary?
Well, I mean, he won by. No,
By
I guess
default?
he won by. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how many votes because at one point I'd seen an article where he was only like 8 votes ahead, but then the other guy dropped dead.
Oh, that's the story. Okay.
So, and Arvin brought up a good point. He says, the guy was stressed out because he was about to lose to Clay Aiken. I said, no, I think the guy was stressed out that he was about to lose to some idiot from American Idol.
Right.
That is depressing.
Now,
He's kind
did
of a
Clay
weird
Aiken,
individual.
was he an American Idol winner?
No.
No. Okay.
He was. Wasn't he like the third runner-up?
Second or third, but then, you know what? I was going to say he did the thing with Kelly Clarkson, but no, that was Justin somebody.
Yeah, that was to do with the curly hair.
Yeah. Kelly and so I don't even know where the hell Clay Aiken placed, but
It all comes back to anybody that's been on a show that doesn't win ends up being a bigger star than the actual person that does win. I can't think of anybody that's won a show and is still doing something today. Might be wrong. I know you watch those shows, but
I don't watch those shows, but I know that Kelly Clarkson
Yeah,
and
Kelly
the country
Clarkson.
singer, I'm drawing a blank now.
McGarry or something like that?
No, not McGarry.
2 people out of 16 seasons.
That's all I. Well, Daughtry. You know what's funny is most of the country ones went on to do bigger things.
I'll leave that alone because I know you like country.
Oh, just because you don't like country, because you're a communist. But
No,
Anyway.
but you know what? It's
Hey, did you guys? Okay, since we're talking about country, I didn't see the special, but I caught a couple of YouTube videos on that. Was it the ACM that was doing salute to the troops, and they were inviting troops that had actually talent, and they played music or sang, and they were singing together?
oh, I didn't see that.
That's pretty.
Yeah, I got nothing on that one. I didn't see that. But you know what? Staying on the election. This one I thought it was funny. This goes back to how we're going to go back to the same thing I always talk about. How stupid us. I'm gonna say American as a whole on this one because it has to do with elections. I don't know if it's how stupid we look or how badly we need to change. Have you heard what's going on in Idaho for the governor election?
No.
Adam, do you have those pictures ready? In Idaho, we have a gentleman by the name of Harley Brown. It's his legal name. He changed it, I think, about 30, 40 years ago.
He changed it from what? Do you know?
I have no
Why?
idea. I don't even think anybody's even talked about that. But Harley Brown, he's the president of his biker. I'm sure he doesn't appreciate the word biker gang, the biker club, but he's running for governor.
Okay.
And he's saying he's as politically correct as a turd in a punch bowl at a party. It's him. And then do you have the other picture when they're actually debating? But this guy's really making a run for it, and he's starting to make some serious noise. Here's the other gentleman, Walt Bays. They're both running for governor, and these guys look like old biker Santa Claus
like
just got out of jail type kind of people.
Like old white supremacists.
Now, tell me that doesn't look like a funny panel. You notice the 2 guys on the right aren't even looking to their left, man. At the end of the debate, the 2 guys in the suit shook hands, didn't even look to the right, man. They just kind of walked away. I don't know if in disgust or just afraid that they're going to get stabbed in the neck. But I got mixed feelings on this one. I don't know if this is just how retarded we've come as a society or...
But why? Because those 2 guys are running?
No,
Anybody can run for office.
No. But I'm thinking that they could probably win because I think people are just that fed up with the BS politicians.
Well, that's how Jesse Ventura won back in the day. I mean, he went from being a pro wrestler.
Yeah, but at least he falls under having a
he was
career.
crazy.
Yeah, he's absolutely is. Especially, I don't know if you've seen his new show with his UFO. I can't even think of the name of that
Pick it
show.
up after the break, Mr. Ochoa.
We'll come back.
Are you watching the game at home? Why? Come watch it at Mambo Grill, the hottest spot in Downey. You'll have good food, drinks, and a great time at a low price. We have the coldest beer in our sports bar, where you can enjoy the game on any of our huge flat screen TVs. And when your home team wins, you get 25% off anything in Mambo Grill. We're on Downey Avenue, 1 block north of Firestone, or visit us on the web. Mambo Grill, love at first bite.
Do we have your attention? When it comes to tequila, 2 things matter: heart and passion. Never compromising integrity for mass production. Number 1 Tequila delivers the goods. Taste the heart and passion of Mexico in every bottle. We make it right. We make it fun. Superior Tequila. There's only number 1. There's only number 1. There's only number 1.
Looking for some swag? Make sure to check out monsterclothing.com. They got everything from V-necks, t-shirts, hoodies, baby dolls. And remember, custom orders are always welcome, and much more. They're just not on the site yet. www.monsterclothingco.com or call them at 888-49-MONSTER. 888-49-MONSTER. Hablamos español. Doo-doo-doo!
Nurses Life Express provides unique apparel for all the hardworking nurses that wear many hats. It's apparel that expresses nurses' amazing, humorous, and caring personalities. After all, nurses are as influential as their united goal to help others. Nursing's not easy, but somebody's got to do it. For more information, please call 562-270-4312 or visit their website at www.nurselife.com. www.nurselyfe.com. NursesLife.com, where nurses' lives are expressed.
KCAA Radio, Loma Linda, where no listener is ever left behind.
This is Becca Bateau. When I'm not reading 50 Shades of Grey and driving me crazy, I spend my time dreaming about the 3 guys from Autumn, yeah, right.
The Hooligans Island. The Hooligans Island. Oh, man. So, again, everybody, this is the 3 Guys Rant. Anybody want to call in, make sure to call 855-693 guys. Again, 855-693 guys. So, before the break, we were talking about the GOP candidate, Harley Brown. And he rails against commies in a bizarre showdown with Chris Matthews. So, let me see. The candidate in Idaho named Harley Brown made a name for himself last week when he publicly defended the controversial Harleyism about Jews, gays, blacks, and various other groups that live on the special section of his website.
Well, now, what exactly does Mr. Brown have to say about those ethnic groups?
I don't know if I can go ahead and say it here, but if you Google him, it'll come up, and so will the interview, and you guys take it from there, man.
He's from Idaho, man. That's
He's from where?
Oh. He's from Idaho, and it's a bunch of white supremacists.
Well, you know what you say when
man.
people say that, right?
No, you're the hoe.
I the pimp, you the hoe.
So, it doesn't surprise me at all, man.
His main goal is to campaign against political correctness. Met his match Friday evening with Chris Matthews. So it was an interesting thing. I gotta say, one thing that he probably likes less than all of those categories put together is teeth. Because he's got like 2 teeth in his mouth, man. I'm telling you, this guy is a special individual. But I got mixed feelings. It's.
See, and I got to tell you where Mike and I have gone back and forth on this issue. I believe in certain institutions. I believe in certain decorum. I believe in certain, ways of doing things. So I hear what you're saying. I know that part of what it is, you're looking at him visually. If the guy had showed up in a 3-piece suit,
no, not necessarily.
No, hold on. I'm saying for me, if he had shown up in a 3-piece suit, eloquently spoke,
yeah,
and had a valid point on a non-racist, non-white supremacist.
Well, there goes half of his statement.
I understand, but that's why I'm saying and we'll let Mike chime in a second because I'm always bashing him about his beliefs, but he's always anti-establishment. So for Mike, he cheers these kind of lunatics on. But I agree with you that at some point, I think there's a way to do it. The fact that he showed up looking like a biker gang leader.
Yeah, but look, he's wearing at least he's wearing a tie.
Yeah, that's got to say a
Okay.
lot, man. It's got to say a lot
So
about that.
Captain and Tennille up there with that little hat. I'm just saying, brother. I don't.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things. Had he shown up dressed like you just described and made the same statements.
I didn't say the same statement.
No, but I'm saying, would it have made a difference?
No, I didn't say
Were
the same
people taking it
statements.
to task because of his appearance?
But why do the statements have to be so ignorant? Why do they have to sound like they came from the
Because
streets?
there's a lot of ignorant people in the world, dude.
And
Look
all
at-
I'm saying is,
Look at Donald Sterling.
Well, here, look. Brown began by listing all the reasons he loves the United States of America before saying the rising national debt has made him question the direction in which this country is going. Matthews asked, if you're elected tomorrow, what would he get rid of to save money? His answer, the commies. Before turning more, saying he would eliminate most social programs, he also suggested that 90% of what the federal government does is unconstitutional.
see,
As a
Arvin
communist
should never
manifesto.
get up there and debate.
Well, not if
anything.
I'm reading off of cards. Hey, I can just let it.
You're reading
flow.
off a sheet and you
Yeah,
can't even say unconstitutional. You're an
Yeah,
American for
yeah,
crying out
yeah,
loud.
yeah. It's the commies, man. They got something.
It's what's scary is that you say a guy like that can get elected, and that's okay. I mean, if he runs a campaign and people vote for him,
I do.
But
think
the
he has a
problem
fair
is-
shot.
the low information voter that we talk about,
That's
people
what I'm
are
saying.
ignorant and stupid. Okay, the system is set up that way. I mean, think about it. They always have these campaigns about how your vote counts. Your vote counts. Look around this room, bro. That means that his vote counts. That should scare the crap out of anybody.
That
Brother,
is where you
or
are
my
wrong.
vote
Let me tell you
That
what.
is where you're wrong.
at
Because
night-
I don't even vote.
I'll tell you what, the week of major elections, I break out into cold sweats when I think about all the losers out there whose votes do count.
I'm telling you.
But if you're an American, I always say, right, wrong, or indifferent, be a part of the process.
Otherwise, don't complain about it.
That's it.
Ellen, is there any way to play one of the videos? Can we get sound to the videos just so that you guys can?
Can we move from?
Can we
Idaho?
not, dude? Let's get off of this loser, please. I don't need to.
He's
Hey,
gonna
dude,
end up in the White House.
Listen, Grandpa Lunatic is never going to go anywhere, okay? This
You
white.
know what? I beg to differ,
this
man.
inbreed
Again,
degenerate, bro,
again, I think
he's
most
gonna get
people
10 minutes
relate to him.
But it doesn't matter.
Remember the 99 percenters? They I guarantee you relate to them to some degree.
Those are the same degenerates who slept in the park for free, collected
looks-
welfare.
wait,
Harley
and still
Brown,
didn't vote.
no.
Harley Brown looks like he sleeps
now
in
you
the park
both
on
are
a Friday
acting like
night.
idiots because you're talking about one thing and he's talking about another one. The 99%.
He's not talking about the 99%ers. I know what Arvin's referring to. Arvin's talking about.
Yeah, Phil, that's what I'm talking about right there.
That's right.
About which ones?
About the other people.
A substantial portion of my political campaign is campaigning against political correctness. It's a lot of the working class. Oh, by the way, when you did your introduction, I wanted the fact that I was the president of the Bombers Motorcycle Club and that I was a long haul truck driver, okay? I wanted to get the low range stuff, not just the high stuff, engineer and all that, but like a fuller 9-speed transmission. They got the granny low and go all the way up to overdrive. And I've have experience through the entire spectrum of our society.
Tell me he's not a keeper.
Yeah. So, anyways, you were talking about the Occupy movement. That's what you're talking about.
Yes, I knew who Arvin meant.
Right.
Because I understand. Because to your point, the low information voter is easy to understand.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Can we keep the slams on that side of the room?
You walk into them.
Boy, would you like me to back up into it next time?
Can we move on?
Sure.
Go on to
You know what?
something
No,
else.
you go ahead.
Go
you
on.
go ahead, because apparently you guys don't like what I'm talking
No,
about.
no, I just didn't like about, Grandpa racist over here.
Well,
Continue.
again, let's go back, staying on this topic.
Oh,
And again, I'm
go
going to
back.
give credit where credit is due. Jimmy Kimmel, he's doing the Tonight Show now. Every now and then I stay up to it, and he does his pranks. He was talking about books, and he was talking about a book called Alaska as It Used to Was. I really thought that this was a scripted fluff that they were doing for the show. I looked into it, and this is actually a book. Alan, do you have that picture?
And then what is the book about?
It's basically a man's interpretation of Alaska when he moved there, and basically the underground version that you're not going to get in anything that like AAA puts out or anything that's worthwhile seeing. all the garbage is in this book. Alaska as it used to was. So this goes back to what did they say in Boardwalk Empire?
Where Babette's used to was?
Where Babette's used to was.
That's it.
So I don't know what's going on in this country nowadays to where we have people like Hardy Brown and people like John B. Thompson writing books for us. Because it almost slipped out. It almost slipped out. If there's stuff like this reaching other countries, what do people think of us?
But see, I disagree with you because if you go back, okay, well, some people consider him a literary giant, but it was for children. What was Dr. Seuss? What the hell is Green Eggs and Ham about? Horton Hears a Who.
Okay. We're talking about 3-year-olds and
No.
30-year-olds.
But I think you're missing the point because part of, I think, the beauty that is what a writer can do is having the freedom of expression along those ways. But then
because this tells me that the writer isn't that smart, and I'm really trying to be politically correct. Right?
I think
and so is
it's probably
the publishing
a
house
it's
that
probably
nobody
a
spell
saying or a
checked.
statement, and it just got it gets expanded from there.
Well, you know what's amazing to me is the fact that we're discussing a book, considering that you haven't read a book and never will read a book again ever. But you're enthralled by this book for some reason.
Playboy counts.
No le van a cambiar de estación. El show de las tres comadres. Ahorita regresamos.
The Three Guys Rant.
Three balls, two strikes, the pitch.
Make your team look like pros with custom lineup cards. Whether you are a travel team, rec team, all-star team, or just some old guys playing slow pitch, we can make your team look a little better with some custom lineup cards. For the umpire, for the opponent, for the scorekeeper, for the dugout, no matter where your lineup card goes, you will look like a big league team with your team logo and name on top of your personalized lineup card. Just visit CustomLineupCards.com. With the best prices in town, you are sure to hit a home run with us. Visit CustomLineupCards.com and go pro.
Number one. Number one.
Is that a stutter or as high as you can count?
I was ordering number one tequila.
Everybody's asking for number one.
Great, another fancy bottle.
These guys are true artists. Never compromise integrity. They make tequila
Come
the
on.
old-fashioned way. Never mass-produced.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying have the number one. Anything less is number two. Number one, tequila.
ProTech Carpet and Tile Care provides professional cleaning services for carpet, tile, and grout, upholstery, and fine area rugs. We aren't just cleaning experts, we are restoration experts. We have saved our customers hundreds or even thousands of dollars on new flooring and upholstery expenses after we restored what they thought was permanent soil and damage. We are professionally trained and certified technicians. We specialize in damage restoration caused by heavy soil, odor, spot removal such as coffee, tea, ink, gum, wine, oil, paint, nail polish, and many more. If you want the best in home cleaning and professional services, call us today at 562-447-4300. We are ProTech.
Hey everybody, it's Kiara Lynn Ford and I'm listening to Rant Radio Network.
Streaming live from Los Angeles and worldwide, The Three Guys Rant with Arvin, Mike, and Phil. Check out our website at www.the3guysrant.com. The Three Guys Rant starts now.
All right, we're back from the break. We're going to switch topics slightly because Mike and I like to fight about this one constantly. And I'd like Arvin to chime in because he still lives under this premise. But minimum wage in America and around the world.
Hey, that sounds like the three guys.
What, Arvin, if you had to guess, what is the highest minimum wage in the world?
I'm going to say probably New York. You mean dollar-wise? $9?
I love him. I swear I love him on so many levels. It's just...
Yes.
Mikey?
I'm going to say
$9.75.
Are you talking about... Okay, I caught myself. I say
Don't you catch
$15.
I'm sorry?
$15.
It's about between $15 and $17. Currently, there's a referendum or a vote in Switzerland,
right,
of all places. They want to take it to $25 an hour. Okay?
Isn't that the same? Damn, I don't even know if we can say that word. It almost came out again. Isn't that the same nonsense that people here that work at McDonald's are trying to do?
No, because over there, the working wages are much different because they're based on the euro. Okay, so and in the pound, so things are there's a higher fluctuation. But to say that somebody's going to get $25 an hour in U.S. dollars for working at McDonald's,
I'd move there. That's good money here.
well, I understand that, but
I mean,
the argument that I fight with Mike all the time about is like right now there's a movement here in this country to raise the minimum wage. People were protesting outside of McDonald's today. They want $15 an hour.
right.
Here.
In this,
Right.
yes, Arvin.
Just trying to keep up with you, man. Just trying to keep up with you.
In America, United States of America. Mike, go first. You agree?
$15 an hour? I don't know. I think that the minimum wage should be increased based on the cost of living. I mean, everything else is, COLA affects, what federal employees get paid, what Social Security people on Social Security get paid. So I think it should go up a little bit, but I don't know about $15 an hour. I mean, I do think that some people need to make more money so they can have a livable wage, because you always complain about the social services, but these people that are getting paid no money by these big corporations, everybody's footing the bill anyways, because they're working, but they're still on welfare. They're still on Medicaid. They're still this. So they're making the money and everybody else is paying for it.
But
so what if we give them a little bit more money so they don't qualify for those programs, and now they got to live on what they make?
Okay, but let me ask you a question, because part of what drives me insane with half of these statements, and I realize the media does a fantastic job of finding the one person per McDonald's who's hardworking, followed their husband from the East Coast, didn't go to college after all, got stuck with 4 kids, trying to make ends meet, and lives with the mom, and blah, blah, blah.
Are we talking about Mike right now?
But the rest of them at a McDonald's or a fast food anywhere who don't seem to care about anything in life, are tattooed up the wazoo, drink the $9 mocha frappa whatever from, the big coffee chains, have an iPhone and I this and I that. They have the They have the $250, flex shoes and the next brand. So
they live better than I do.
They do. And yet, to Mike's point, they collect on social services. I don't see how an extra $80 a week is what a $2 raise would be. An extra $80 a week before taxes, adjusted for taxes, you're going to lose about a quarter of that. So they're going to get an extra $60. You mean to tell me that those same people who can barely exist now, $60 is going to take them out of that position, off of welfare, and make them responsible citizens that are going to contribute to society in America?
Phil,
Nope.
I don't know if it's going to contribute to America, but that is one hell of a Friday night for me on those $60. 20 for the girl and 20 for the
guy.
And where's the other
20
20?
for you? He's gonna go get a gangbang.
With the other 20, it's a little hide and seek.
But what I'm saying is, it's not going to make a difference. And a burger. Hold on. And my other point is, a cashier or a burger flipper at McDonald's was never intended to be a 40-year career. It's a stepping stone. It's for high school kids to earn summer money. It's for college kids paying their way
If you
through
are
school.
21 still working at McDonald's, you need to try McGangbang.
And you're not a manager, yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to say. But yet there are, and I realize you're going to say that the rest are like me, but individuals like you, I still don't see the benefit in raising the money, because it's not going to fix anything. I think there's a greater underlying problem.
But what is your issue with, let's say, McDonald's specifically? Are we talking about that you're afraid that your McRib is going to go from $1.99 to $2.49?
I don't care. But see, the problem is when I make that statement where I always get in trouble, and let's preface for full disclosure, I have no children. So if tomorrow you told me my McRib is now $4.99, okay. I don't eat it every day anyway, even when the damn thing is out. So for me to have to pay $5 for an LTO,
because we eat 3 at a time. But
I mean, that isn't me. I mean, you're right. I might no longer have 2 of them because it was 2 for $5. Now it's 2 for $10. Well, it might be a little more prohibitive, but I don't have the issues that most people have. And Mike points that out constantly, because I don't have 5 children like him. I don't have the medical bills. I don't have, 2 ex-wives and alimonies and so on like Mike. So, I mean, I don't understand. He says that I don't live in the real world. You constantly comment that my princess ass is too whatever foo-foo.
I'm still stuck on LTL.
LTO.
Lettuce, tomato, onion.
Well, but the thing is, okay, if it's nothing's gonna get fixed, what's it gonna hurt?
I think it's going to hurt immensely. And you of all people know that
who?
The businesses.
It's not gonna hurt anything, man.
At $2 an hour, when you talk about the percentages on food costs, when the margins of food as a whole have come down so great, you and I spent 20 years in the food service
I
industry.
understand that, but look at wages nowadays. Not minimum wage years. What is the minimum wage in
Here, I think it's $8.75.
no, the federal is it like 7.25, 7.50, something like that.
7.25.
Okay, there are very many states that are paying that. They all adjust based on the region, based on the cost of living in those cities. New York, minimum wage is a little bit higher. Here's higher. San Francisco, the city of San Francisco, the county of San Francisco, it's got a higher minimum wage than the state of California.
That's also because
So everybody
a
adjusts.
200 square foot apartment
Well, I
is like
understand that,
$40,000 a month.
But what I'm saying is the prices on the items at those restaurants in those communities haven't doubled. I mean, they've gone up. I think a Big Mac in New York costs you something like a quarter more or something like that. I mean, it's
you guys
negligible.
you're not talking about raising minimum wage just in fast food chains. We're talking about across the board.
That would be across the board. Yeah, everybody.
Yeah. Okay. So then, all right. So then, what about the warehouse owner that has 200 employees that they're all making minimum wage? $2 times 200 people is going to add up at the end of the
That's
week.
$400 an hour that it just
The
went up.
businesses are going to pass it on.
I don't know if it's that simple and easy.
See, that's what I keep saying. And I tell Mike, because you have the Walmartization of America. You have these big giant suppliers that, well, they'll tell you, hey, I'll buy from you. I'll buy everything you got until the second coming. But you're only going to make 3 cents a piece.
Right.
Perfect example. We were out, and I don't want to get into specifics as people will know, but we got invited out to a convention last week, as the VIPs. God knows why the hell they had us come out. But what was the conversation we heard? One big box chain store said, hey, if you can come in for 1 penny less, I'll drop this product and bring yours in tomorrow.
Right.
Okay, so if all of a sudden you have to raise the prices, you're going to start losing accounts that way. So again, I don't think it's that simple in black and white.
But see, to me, it's more than that, though. Before we start making businesses fork over $2 more an hour for employees who aren't happy to be there for the most part anyway, I'm saying that there is a greater underlying social problem that we have. Again, I come back to fast food workers. I did it through high school. I did it my first few years of college. To Mike's point, I became management. I stayed with it. I became a director of a region.
So you grew with it.
But because I knew that when I was 25, I didn't want to be a cashier.
Right.
So, okay, I understand that. But what I'm saying is these are not careered positions.
To some people, they are. That's all they can do.
Real Estate Rant and AGR Realtors are proud supporters of Michael Aguilar and Associates, advocates for stroke awareness and integrative healthcare.
In February 2012, I suffered a stroke due to high blood pressure. I was rushed to the hospital where I was admitted for the next 30 days. I was initially told I may have to stay in the hospital for about 3 months, but I made rapid improvements in my recuperation and continued to improve to this day.
When Michael left the hospital, he did not have insurance to cover his rehabilitation, so he focused on integrative healthcare to get better. At the end of 2013, seeing a need for stroke awareness, Michael started his own company, Michael Aguilar and Associates, to focus on creating awareness about the dangers of high blood pressure and stroke.
If you would like more information, please call me at 562-464-7297, or you can visit my website at www.strokeawareness101.com.
Michael Aguilar and Associates, creating awareness and saving lives one person at a time.
The expert experts know that for pastry, Baker's Bodega has it all. Exclusive brands like Westco Bankmart, Satin Ice, and Pastry Pride. One-on-one day seminars for cake decorating and gelatin art. So for our service, wide range of ingredients and supplies, and for the low prices, Baker's Bodega has it all. But you don't need to be an expert. Baker's Bodega, 7869 Paramount Boulevard in Pico Rivera. Come, we're waiting for you.
Buenos dias, buenas tardes, and a big old howdy, y'all. This is the Red Mexican Alex Raimundo with my amigos, the Three Guys Ranting, not to be confused with Three Guys Panting. That was me outside your window the other night, ladies.
Streaming live from Los Angeles and worldwide, the Three Guys Rant with Arvin, Mike, and Phil. Check out our website at www.the3guysrant.com. The Three Guys Rant starts now.
All right, we're back from the break. We're going to give it over to Mike because they say I hug the microphone.
You know, you don't want to talk. Fine, then let's just skip Mike.
All right, here's the winner for the week, man. I'm sure everybody's heard of this by now.
Please tell me it's Eloy.
The woman who calls in a bomb threat to stop a graduation because
she was late.
She wasn't graduating. Her parents had paid for the full year of school, and she didn't even go. So she wasn't graduating at all.
Whoa. So she didn't even take the money and go down to Cabo? She just let the parents pay and never showed up?
They don't know what she did with the money. Apparently, from reading it, they gave her the money. They were giving her the money.
You know, I can tell you
she
exactly.
She didn't show up.
I can tell you where she works. She works at McDonald's.
Graduation day, she gets dressed up in the cap and gown, shows up to the event. From the event, she calls 911 with multiple bomb threats using her own cell phone. Okay, so the graduation was kind of postponed for about 90 minutes.
You know what? That girl deserves not to graduate if she's that stupid.
And she's calling from there, and the cops initially were thinking, okay, you know, this is kind of fishy. They weren't moving as fast as she would have hoped. So she would call back again and say, you know what? You haven't cleared the graduation. That's not a very good idea. You know, so they started figuring out, wait a minute, this person is here. So anyways, they arrested her, and she did this all. So she...
my guess is that her parents were in the audience
yes.
waiting for her to cross the stage?
Yes. It's a thing of beauty.
Where was she sitting? Because those chairs are accounted for, so...
Well, you know what? Okay, hold on. Let's take a moment for a second. Mike, who I make fun of because of his accent and the fact that he was, you know, born in a third world country.
Hey, what accent, man?
I do want to commend him because he's raised two amazing daughters. One's in college right now working their degree. The other one just got her master's in helping crazy people.
Yep.
And
so I'm guessing that they're not his then.
The DNA says they are.
That's right.
Okay? Because I was there during the contested period back then. Girls,
Ladies,
if you're listening.
I make good-looking, smart children. That's Mike at the Three Guys Rant.
Now, the latest one is in question, but, you know, we'll see how he turns out, my godson. But the two girls. So I do want to say that higher education and parents and the pride they carry and so on, you know, watching my niece, you know, she's got a master's.
Yeah.
It's spectacular. I could only imagine what. So that's why I want your perspective. Dude, if your daughter had done that to you, what do you do, man? What?
Well, I'd be in jail right now. I would have beat the crap out of her at the ceremony. So it would have been postponed because of that.
And you know what? If that was the case, I think the cops wouldn't have even done anything at that point. They would have just turned around and walked away.
Yeah.
But I mean, you have to ask yourself though. It's like, again, we talk about common sense.
It's called desperation.
No, I understand, but all I'm saying is if your parents paid for you to get through that and you're at that level, that is some serious.
I mean, at what point were you going to talk to your parents?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's why I'm asking.
Come a time.
You tell them, parents, I would have graduated, but you know the bomb scare got in the way.
You know the about the only good thing is that she didn't kill them. You know, so they wouldn't show up to the graduation. You know.
That's no
wow.
Could you imagine that?
So let's go on the table. Arvin, what is the wildest thing you ever lied to your parents about?
I know certain people in my family listen, so I don't know if I necessarily want to answer that. I plead the fifth on that one.
You plead the fifth. Okay. Well, you know, I'm just saying.
See, because I told you, man, 30 years later, when my mom raises her hand even to grab a tenedor or a plato or something, I flinch, man. So I'm not even trying to go there right now.
Mike?
Man, I don't even remember, man. I don't remember.
All I'm saying is that it's just...
No. Phil?
I have nothing bad.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, it's about desperation and all that. But imagine, man, 22 years old. No.
Well, no, and the sad
No
part
sense
is
of
now
responsibility,
you got a
nothing.
felony though.
Right.
Making a bomb threat
Right.
is a felony.
So
So now you give up your rights. You can't vote.
Yeah, I don't think she.
she shouldn't vote. So
Yeah.
that's a good thing. That's a good part of the story, man. Because she's an idiot.
Ah,
All
dude,
right,
but her
man.
parents, that's got to be.
So you got anything else?
Well,
No?
the
Okay,
other
then
one was
let's
going to
keep
be. I just wanted to do like a public service announcement. Since summer is here, people are going to be going to the beach a lot and pools or whatever. So I'm just going to read this article real quick about a man who got a nasty surprise when he tried to get out of his deck chair and found that his testicles.
Ladies, he said deck. D-E-C-K.
Deck found that his testicles had become stuck between two slats of wood.
How old is this guy, man?
Wait. How did this happen? The man was swimming naked in the ocean. This is in Croatia. Apparently, the water was a little bit cool. So it shrunk.
Oh, so he had shrinkage?
He had shrinkage.
That much?
He gets out of the water, goes, sits on the chair. The shrinkage drops down below or between two slats of wood. And because of the heat, they go back to regular size. So now this guy is stuck.
I am going to say that guy's got some special fetishes in his closet because I guarantee he felt him fall. He felt him drop through those woods of slats and be like, "Ay, qué rico."
Oh, good for you.
So then he had to call for help. So I'm wondering who had it worse, him or the guy that had to come and cut the chair so the guy could be freed, man.
So the guy doesn't have any underwear on, but he has a phone next to him because I'm hoping he didn't start walking and drag the chair behind him.
All I'm saying is, guys, if you're swimming naked, heed this advice, man. Don't sit on chairs that have space in between the slats. Make sure they're solid.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be solid for a while.
But that's funny, man. that would be funny if he actually found out because he tried to get up and just.
I think Phil's actually imagining that right now.
You guys are wrong with so
But
many things.
Alan, do you have the picture of? I want to show you guys another special individual. Maybe this one would be a little closer.
And
to you,
then
'cause
maybe
this
we
is a
should tell
boy.
people that you keep asking for pictures, and that's because we stream video as well.
Go ahead and tell them while Alan looks for the
So
picture.
if you're ever bored in your computer and you feel like killing yourself, you can stream our show live.
But I don't know if you guys watch baseball, but it's gone viral. The video's gone viral. There was a kid that they threw him. I think it was a foul ball.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
The player threw him a ball.
Right.
He then turned around and gave the ball to a beautiful young lady in the back. And here's the video. Do we have the video, Alan?
Pitch, especially when he gets two strikes.
Yeah, the breaking ball has really been his kryptonite, especially from the right hand. As soon as he learns to recognize that pitch a little bit earlier.
See that kid there in the pink glasses? Earlier in the game, Luis Rivera throws him a baseball. Now watch what he does. He catches that baseball and then turns to the group of young ladies behind him and says, "Hey ladies, would you like a ball?" And they go, "Oh, aren't you so sweet?"
But it was a switcheroo.
Little boy is going to grow up to be a pimp.
Like most women, they were too dumb to notice that he did the switcheroo. But yes, I'm going back with Mikey. That kid's pimp hand is strong. If he was older, he would have got some that night. So is that a little bit better?
That's pretty cool.
That absolutely was cool. I started cracking up, and I didn't catch it the first time, but once he did the replay, I'm like, what the hell? I go, did he just switch his glove over? So that was pretty cool. But the other thing that I want to talk about, did you see the Billboard Awards a couple nights ago?
No, I didn't.
Did you hear Michael Jackson's back and he's been
did
hanging out
see-
with Tupac?
I did see that from what I saw. I mean, at least from the distance, from the TV, it looked pretty tight. I don't know,
Mikey, you're Puerto Rican. Your TV's like 12 inches big.
I know. That's why I say it. That's why I say I don't know how it really looked, but from my
Here's a
perspective-
picture, and again, this is the actual hologram. This is a picture of during the performance. That is another picture of the hologram. Do you have the video? We don't have video. Now we showed it. There's a glow around him. It almost looks a little ghosty. Like there's a really good picture of what it looked like during the actual performance. I didn't mind it. I didn't think it was bad. A lot of people were losing their mind because of it.
because they thought it was bad or what?
I know that the Jackson family, if I'm not mistaken, came out and they said all kinds of this, that, and the other, but I'm almost thinking because they didn't get a single penny out of it, I think they were trying to get some kind of royalty.
Yeah, they're
Tito Jackson came out and said, oh, how dare they? They're ruining our name. They're making Michael Jackson look bad. They're doing this. They're doing that. And I didn't get any of that. I thought it was very classy. I think. And again, he's getting ready to come out with an album if it hasn't dropped already. How
First
he's
of all,
doing
who
that,
the
I
hell
don't
is
know.
Tito Jackson, man?
He wants his 2 minutes in the limelight. Phil, did you see the performance or even the video of Michael Jackson's hologram?
No, I heard about it.
What'd you hear? Good, bad? I've heard mixed feelings. Completely down the middle.
You know what? I really did not hear any, either or. I just heard the comments.
I heard some pretty good comments about it, especially the fact that there was live dancers.
Right. The ones
him.
behind him were
Right.
part of the hologram. The ones in front of him were completely
Right.
live. I thought it was extremely well done. I don't think it looked as good as Tupac's hologram, but I think it's definitely it was worthwhile. It makes you think that maybe a lot of Tupac, Michael Jackson, a lot of the big names from back in the day that have passed on, they're starting to say maybe they're going to start going on tour.
They're gonna have a reunion.
A reunion.
Yeah. All right. I guess we're going on our final break.
Transmitiendo en vivo en Los Ángeles y alrededor del mundo. Would you like to comment? Get on the radio.
Check out our website at www.the3guysrant.com.
The Three Guys Rant.
If the truth hurts, then AM 1050 KCAA can be a real pain.
Looking for a delicious, fresh family meal that's ready when you are and easy on your budget? Welcome to Piara Pizza. We make our pizzas with handmade dough, 100% real cheese, and tomato sauce blended with our own spices. Nothing is ever frozen. We always have large pepperoni and cheese pizzas fresh and waiting for you for only $5. Or choose one of our specialty pizzas. We have veggie, meat lovers, supreme, and Hawaiian. Add an order of our amazing hot wings, cheesy bread, or breadsticks. Our locations are ultra modern, ultra clean, and open 7 days a week. Visit any one of our locations today. Or check us out on the web at www.piarapizza.com. Piara Pizza. Fresh, hot, and ready for you when you come in. Stop in for your Piara Pizza today.
Hi, I'm Paul Lane, host of the KCAA Morning Show, and I'd like to take a few seconds to tell you about pollen bursts. You may not know, but I've been confined to a wheelchair for over 20 years, and I've always looked for ways to increase my energy, mental clarity, and just feel good. Well, I found it in pollen bursts. It's natural, delicious, and easy to take, and I think you should try some too. To find out more, email me at paul@kcaaradio.com. That's paul@kcaaradio.com. Hey, join me so we can burst together.
Hey, what's going on? This is Frank Palangi here. You're listening to the Three Guys Rant Radio Show. Rock on.
All right. That was my Matthew McConaughey. Was it on spot on or what? Welcome back to the Three Guys Rant here on NBC News Radio, KCAA 1050 AM in beautiful Southern California. And I want to ask you guys, have you guys ever heard of Eloy Terrell?
No. Yeah.
Who is he?
That's Mama Terrell's boy.
You're an idiot. So, anyways, a Tour de France. You know, there's a competition, everything else. We just had one here called the LA Tour de France. You really hadn't heard about this? I figured you would have known. Anyways, Eloy.
How could it be called the Tour de France when it's in LA?
Well, they're whatever qualifications, blah 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 blah. I don't know that much about cycling, but this did go viral.
That's obvious.
Eloy, mira hijo de la. Eloy is a Spaniard bicycle racer that he got to the finish line. He was so far ahead that he took his hands off the bars and just kind of coasted and had his fist up in the air as he crossed the finish line. Beautiful thing.
You know what
Beautiful
I love?
thing.
I just want to comment to the listeners. If you could see Arvin, he swears that every one of you can see what he's doing. He gestures and pedals and jumps. I mean, he's adjusting his biker shorts over here. I mean,
Hey, man, I had a little crotch rod. What do you want from me, man?
Go
But
on.
anyways, here he is. You know, look at that. There's nobody even behind this guy. Again, for anybody listening to us, make sure to check out www.kcaaradio.com or the 3guysrant.com.
Hey, man, I don't like those streaming pictures.
The last lap, but we
Yeah,
still
here
got
he
one
goes,
lap to
man.
go.
He's
Almost
gone.
5 kilometers as we come through the finishing line. One rider from
Everybody's
Cannondale.
behind him.
Again, it's not going to be enough.
Obviously,
There's still a
if
lot
he's
of
in
riders
front,
that will be
everybody's
sat
behind
the
him.
wheels.
He's so
Going to
far
be
in the front.
plenty
Look
of
at how far in
taxi
the
in
front he is.
last
Look at
lap.
this video.
One of the ones I just saw at the front, very interestingly, and a
Look at
rider
that.
that can ride himself
Got
into
about
form.
100
He
yards
thinks
of
he's
distance
won.
between them.
No, that's a little bit
at that.
unfortunate for the Spaniard. Clearly doesn't understand
Oh,
English.
he doesn't understand
The
that he's got a whole
commentator's
lap to
saying
It's a
go.
beautiful thing.
That is a
Unfortunately, he
shame.
started celebrating a whole
one
lap
lap to
too
go, my friend.
early.
Oh, no, that is
Oh, what a
shame.
moron.
One lap later, do you know what place he finished in?
What?
56th.
Oh.
Alan, can you show the picture of the guy that actually won the race and how happy he
that
was?
is
Wow.
spectacular.
That is funny, dude.
Yeah, it was bad. There's a guy that won. Look at that smile on his face. You know, he went home and he had a little make gangbang.
That sucks, man.
How do you not know?
Well, here's the funny thing that everybody is saying because he's Spanish, there was a language barrier. Were you with me so far?
You understand that these races are held around the world,
Right,
so
right.
I don't buy
Wait
that
a
for
minute.
second.
Wait a minute. Last time I checked, how do you say no in English?
No.
How do you say English in Spanish?
Inglés.
How do you say?
He asked. Yeah, that's why I'm like, did I miss? So that's why I had to rethink my question. I'm like, wait a minute.
There you go. I told you Inglés.
I'm over here thinking.
Now he's crying.
Did I misinterpret the question? Because Mike just had to answer a word question, and mine was.
Yes, sir. Where were you going with this?
Mikey, how do you say English and Spanish?
Inglés.
Okay, I just want to be clear because
I'm out. I'll see you guys later.
oh wow, I'm not sure what
The question should have read, how do you say no in Spanish?
No.
So, again, I don't see how the hell that's his defense, that he doesn't understand English, so he didn't know that they were telling him, no, you're not done yet. Because he just kept saying, no, 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 keep going, keep going. And the guy almost came to a stop before he realized what happened.
How long was each lap? Do you know?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know. But yeah,
Why you crying, bro?
from first, porque no. From first all the way to 56.
Mikey, once again, how do you say English and Spanish?
Inglés.
Wow. I want to share something with Mike because I know we've had about a year off, and obviously
From what?
very soon
The relationship?
politics are going to start.
Right.
Races are going to start. Arvin asked me something today, and I give him credit for it. I'm not trying to make fun of him.
Sure you're not.
No. he had an intelligent question. He wanted to know what the GOP stood for.
Okay.
He was floored by the overly simplistic answer.
Right.
So I just had to share with you that Arvin is trying to prep himself for this year's politics.
Wow.
Do you know what GOP stands for?
Gulp?
Not what you say on your Friday date.
What does it stand for?
According to Phil, Grand Ole Party.
Yep.
Which just sounds retarded to a whole nother level. That sounds like Harley Brown came up with that expression.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that is bad.
But you know what happened? That's been since 1874. That's why. So it was an old term that got carried over.
Well, it should be the OGOP.
Well, I mean, I understand that, but
so before we get too off topic, because I know we're coming down to the last 2 minutes, I found it.
how
At
to say
McDonald's.
English and Spanish?
A McGangbang. The definition here: a McDouble and a hot and spicy placed on the same bun, called such because it has 2 Macs and a chick. Can be modified in several ways: wet, add mayo, or place beef on chicken buns instead. Protected or unprotected, cheese or no cheese. Grass on the field means lettuce. Make it bloody means extra ketchup. Originated at Texas A&M University around 2 a.m. It is so good it will make you wonder why people add bacon instead of chicken. Caveat: Some places will throw you out if
I'm
you...
sorry. Say that again.
Wait, I'm sorry. Yeah,
Can we go
I
back
was
to
saying
that?
it. I was saying it in Spanish.
Say it again, please.
Caveat. However you say that word. Some places will throw you out if you order it as written. I would like a McGangbang and make it wet with grass on the field, no protection. See, I didn't know this when I went to McDonald's earlier. I got to go back in there and see what happens now.
But go tell them that you have a... I can't even say it.
Caveat?
How do you say it? How is it?
A caveat.
Yeah, I'd like that. Wow. All right, we're coming down to the wire here, folks. Thanks for listening. If you ever want to know, once again, Mikey, how do you say English and Spanish?
Inglés.
You know what? If anybody's listening and actually goes to McDonald's, please take a picture. We will send you something. We will send you something from the bagel stuff that we have here.
The bagel stuff?
Bagel stuff. I don't know where it's at, but we're going to have one.
You might receive a... Caveat?
Oh, caveat.
And the goat.
Thanks for listening. That's been another edition of the Three Guys Rant. Really absurd news and talk.
We'll be out.
Care.
Call the Three Guys Rant now.
Would you like to comment? Get on the radio.
Check out our website at www.the3guysrant.com.
The Three Guys Rant.
Real Estate Rant and AGR Real are proud supporters of Michael Aguilar and Associates, advocates for stroke awareness and integrative healthcare.